That's no joke. That feedback's a bitch. What's happening? What's happening? World, YouTube, still here. Man, look, I'm 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 working on some things, I just do it the best way I can for now, you know, and it'll be what it be. But what I noticed is in this been true, I've been noticed it just even because I noticed, my fans, whatever however the terminology is, that it's mostly women, right? I know I got to hit bang for the buck as soon as you come on because people lose interest in 2 seconds and shit. Whatever, whatever. To that I say whatever. You know, it is what it is. Because there's people I listen to. Well, man, look, I ain't gonna get into all that. How I feel about shit that I listen to. That's another subject. My point is just me saying, like I said, mistakes. Know when to STFU, and we know what that means, right? Just the idea, I figured, because it got real low views. For my average views is X, right? It's got pretty low. That's a strange coincidence that anything that indicate that a black woman, because I ain't say a black woman, but shit, if you reading it, like, shut the fuck up. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. I don't want to listen to that. Like, nobody listen to it. Very few people listen to it. And then the other one was I don't know. We reap what we sow, I suppose. And then everything worthwhile was created by black people. I don't know how that worked. I think, well, I said I wasn't gonna get into the, but I'm gonna talk about some black power shit here and there sometime. I'm gonna talk about some white supremacists. You know what I mean? Things that matter. Supposedly, the Black Lives Matter, but it seems like they matter to who they matter to, and they matter when they matter. Besides that, they don't matter. You know what I mean? The Black Lives don't matter. Even the motherfuckers talking about Black Lives Matter, they don't matter. They only matter when somebody else doing some harm. When you doing the harm, my daughter took her cell phone. It's some cause and effect. It's so hard, you can't, we really don't know to this day. That's how it is with suicide. You just never really know why unless they leave the note, and the note say this why, this why. As I said many times, they even have a show, 13 Reasons Why, and you never exactly even got to the, and they got 3 seasons of that show, but they evolved on past Hannah, you know, which was the one that it was mainly about in season 1, but you weren't really getting to the, and they had tapes, and she had tapes. You never particularly got to the bottom of it to understand, and that just go to show you, even with all them people speculating and talking and knowing bits and pieces of information and having those friends, no one truly knew what was going on. Like, she didn't even feel she could share that with with everybody, which is that alone shit. Because if them people weren't feeling alone, and you're all alone. I mean, no matter how much somebody can relate and empathize with how you're feeling or whatever, it ain't nobody's responsibility to hold your hand and be there for you 24 hours a day. Nobody can do that realistically. We got to pull our own shit together. All the medication and ain't gonna do it at the end of the day. You gotta hold your own shit together somehow, some way. I feel strongly that medication is not the answer. Medication end up being part of the problem. You're dependent on being medication and you can't be normal without it. Fuck that. You got to figure out a way to be normal without it. Maybe there's some rare cases, and that's a thing. I don't even. It to me, it mostly don't make no sense. It just on so many levels, and then when I see them, cause they're practicing, switching. Well, try this. Well, try this. Well, try this. Well, try this. Well, take this to counter that, and take this to, like it's all of that kind of shit. It's a lot of experimentation going on. They are practicing. It is a medical practice. They are practicing. Believe that. I just seen this joking about it on the Wonder Years, the new reboot. They made a joke about that. Made it like it's a joke, but it's serious. It was real. And then he even said because Wonder Years is set back in the day. He said he had a friend in Tuskegee that was being treated for something, and he said it seemed like he getting worse. They threw that little Easter egg up in there, So, man, look, that's the reality of the situation. We gotta take care of ourselves. They ain't gonna do it for us. Believe that. Just believe that shit. And karma is a bitch. Karma's coming around. They getting it. They getting addicted. They been addicted. They dying. You know who they is. And it's still enough of them to be fucking with people. To be still figuring out a way to terrorize people. Shit, join the police force. That's all you gotta do. Join the police force, join the military in some capacity, join the alphabet boys or something, along those lines. Become a politician. You want to fuck with people? Become a psychiatrist. Well, it's a lot of ways. And the karma's coming back around, but they dying. They dying. And it's still messing with people, but they dying, they ODing, they, man, and it's still, rather than solve the problem, they add to it. That's all of it's connected. It's all connected. The reason why they escaping is the same reason why they escaping. It might be opposite sides of the same coin or opposite ends of the same whatever, like it's the same thing. And it's funny how money talk Money talk. Money have them able to to pimp the system in such a way to flood they flooded the streets back in the day, with that Iran Contra shit with crack, and that was illegal. But now, not now too, but like yesterday, a few years ago, whenever, more than a few years, but they flood the market with legal drugs, for everyone. Crack made just for blacks and the whites that want to dare do it. But this other shit, it's for everybody. Because I know and knew people that was on a lot of them prescription shits. I never liked me, but and I work by a place, at least one place. Shit, work by one. You see them. I guess they still exist now. I don't really know. Maybe I had to be a little more low key. Who knows? But I work right next door to one, a couple doors down. Man, they used to have lines out the door. A pain clinic. Used to have lines out the door in the morning to get them pills or whatever. I can't see it. Not for me. But it's big business. People want to medicate. People want to numb the pain, numb the hurt, all that shit. That's what a lot of this is about. People want to escape and numb pain, and by any means necessary, they do it, and then they get criminalized. And I'm just doing my job. The police come with that. I'm just doing my job, or whatever the case may be. Like I guess supposedly, technically, they don't have no discretion, but we all know that they do, because if you was their brother, cousin, sister, someone they know and cool with, if at all possible, they're gonna let you go. They're gonna let you slide. They're not arresting you. If at all possible, it had to be like some hardcore circumstances where they couldn't get them, like they can't, Maybe they ain't been working long enough. Maybe they, a lot of different things like that. They ain't at the time. They looking out, and they're not gonna handle it the same. So if you can do any, you can do any. You can do all. At least with some discretion. They don't give a fuck. They will ruin your life for a fucking joint. That'd be their goal, but you know how it is. That's why I say we made everything worthwhile. They want to keep us down, keep you down as low. Some a fucking knee on your neck, boot on your neck, whatever. They want to keep you down as low as possible. You don't have no self-esteem, no get up and go. The man is against you. Like all the negative things that are true. They want that shit flowing in your mind, and they get you at the young ages to keep it. Make sure it's flooding in your mind. They make sure who gets by without being tainted in any kind of way? A man, man wise, maybe women too, without being fucked with, harassed in some type way, shape, or form by the police. The only pass I ever had, I joined the Navy when I was 18 years old, man. So, you know, I got a little pass for however much I'm gonna get a pass, for a few years, quite a few years. That 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 shit let me slide through the gaps, But it don't stop you from being black. I guess the city I was in, you can't be killing everybody. Everybody that's black in New Orleans, not everybody, but there's so many black people in the city where I'm from. How you gonna be just shooting people left and right like that? The police, like it. It don't really, of course you could, but it don't make sense, I've been threatened. I already been through that before. I done been threatened and shit. Man, the way of the world. So I'm working on shit, everything working. Just trying to fit everything together, man. Trying to, fit it together, hold it together, holding on. I'm holding on. I'm gonna make this shit work. If at all possible, by any means necessary. I can't wait to expand, but unfortunately, ain't in a position to expand just yet. Is anybody in Airbnb that follow me, or I guess it's a couple of musicians that a couple of barbers maybe. A couple of woodworkers, a couple of artists, and what's the other one? A couple content creators, I imagine. A couple of this, that, and the other of what I am that follow me. But I guess the real thing is the content creators. Let's collaborate, man. Let's get something together. Let's figure something out where we can use what we have, and once a month, once a lifetime, once every 6 months, something, at least once. Give it a shot. I know you're so big and out there, I'm willing. I'm just saying, if I got more followers or whatever, everybody don't watch your shit, but the followers are still there. I'm working on growth. All I know is I'm me, and that's where I get the temptation is to copy and do what other people do. But you got, I'm me, but I'm still feeling that out on this channel. Like what I want to do, how I want to do it, whatever. So it ain't gonna be interesting to everybody every minute or everything that I put up, but I do the best that I can. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. So I can put time in this. Ain't no old lady. I ain't particularly looking for no old lady. Like, man, like I want to, But then I really don't have no time. You know, just even just sitting, thinking, pondering, working on things, and cleaning up, keeping up with the Airbnb, keeping up with Turo, which ain't a lot of Turo going on right now. It's slow. I guess the gas, you know, luxury car. I want to get another more economy car to have on there. I think that's where the bread and butter's at. I didn't really know that. I want to get the nice car, and I want to make that payment and make that sacrifice and do whatever I have to do to have it. Preferably, it's for rental purposes. You know, it's easy to get spoiled on it and get caught up into the image of my car and me driving and all that, man. But I don't really care about that shit like like that. I like it, and it is nice. I don't care about that like that, and I ain't gonna get caught up in it and shit like that. I want to make it where I can rent it out, get my money, but I understand that the cheaper economy car, like the everyday kind of car, you know, I a Corolla or something along those lines. Yeah, I be yawning every time I get on this mug. I'm boring my damn self. That ain't right. Um, like a one of them little hatchbacks, something something like that. But it's got to be in the business name. But anyway, oh, that's what it was. Content creators. Okay, so if you're doing Turo, let's do a collab or whatever. If you're a business entrepreneur, let's do a collab. Music, hey, we can do a collab on that too. I am not against that. That ain't my primary focus right now, but I'm not against it. I'll make a something, you know. Um, what else? Just hook up, interview me, I interview you. We collab. However, whatever, we could talk about it. You know, I put the thing up, GW Keller Jr. at gmail.com. It should be on the what you call it there, or G at Freedom Intent LLC.com. That'll work too. And I have a number. I don't see the number right now. I'll get back to you on that. But that's what's up. That's where it's at. You know, right about now, I will still say, stay alert. There's a lot of shit going on out here. Speaking of dope fiends, it's a lot of shit going on out here. It's a lot going on, man. Lady, they found the lady in the fucking duffel bag, man, and she stabbed up. So I'm thinking that that's the people that she know that stabbed her that many times. That's how it generally works. We'll see. We gonna see how. At the end of the day, we'll see what it is. If I keep watching the news, I'll see what it is. That's crazy, huh? And other crazy shit. I mean, it's nationwide, worldwide. It's a string of crazy shits going on. You know, too much to name, and that ain't my thing, and that ain't my thing right now for sure. But that's all I have right now. That's what I got. I'm out. Peace.